Good morning, class. I believe all went well over the weekend, and today we are starting another week. This is literacy class, and our topic for today is complex preposition. Complex preposition. When we're talking about preposition, we are talking about whether they are placed before a position. They come before a position. So it's known as preposition. Preposition. Now let's look at the definition of preposition. What are preposition or what are complex preposition? In other words, we believe that, or I know that once you've climbed all the way to basic 8, then it means you obviously know what prepositions are. So now I would want us to look at what uh, what complex prepositions mean, what complex prepositions mean, so that we'll be able to define it and define them well, what complex prepositions are, and so that we'll be able to define them very well. The word preposition means positioned before. A position is generally used before a noun or a pronoun. A preposition is generally used before or positioned before a word. So over here, if you're looking at preposition in detail, it's generally used before a noun or a pronoun. However, when we're looking at complex prepositions, then we're talking about another aspect of preposition which involves two words or three words. So we're talking about a word which entails more than one word. So complex prepositions consist of more than one word. When you're talking about prepositions, you are referring to a word placed before a pronoun. A word placed before a pronoun. But when you want to deal with a complex preposition, then you're going to be looking at more than one word placed before a pronoun. So we are saying that complex prepositions consist of more than one word, and they include the following: in front of, on behalf of, in spite of, due to, because of, near to, etc. Because remember, we are saying that complex prepositions consist of more than one word. So let's look at categories and uses of complex prepositions. Categories and uses of complex prepositions. We have those that may express place. Some of these prepositions may express place, and they include close to, in front of, out of, far from, by the side of, etc., etc. Then we have some that also comprise of those that express time. When we want to talk about time, when we want to talk about a particular hour, we use the following: in time of, about to, during the course of, at noon, for 1 week, etc. Then we have others that may express reason, and those include due to, because of, on account of, as a result of, etc. Then we have those that may express concession. They include in spite of, apart from, yes. So these are the type of complex prepositions we're talking about. So let's look at the two-word preposition. The two word, because the definition gave us that it's a word that involves more than one word. More than one word. If you are talking about that definition of a complex preposition, because a simple preposition involves a word, but when we're talking about complex prepositions, we are talking about more than one word. So we have swim in, exempt from, exonerate from, apologize for, adhere to, coincide with, conscious of, generous to, travel by, accordance with, accused of, antidote to, ascribe to, indispensable to, immune to, protest against, engage in, respond to, peculiar to, contingent on, and angry with. These are all complex prepositions, because if you look at them close, you realize that they are more than a word. Continuation. We have superior to, amused by, angry at, tremble with, prefer to, opposed to, sympathize with, compatible with, inferior to, charged with, lapped in, abandoned by, approved of, satisfied with, marvel at, heed to, capable of, dispose of, resentful to, accessible to, annoy at. That is another part. Then we have the last lap, which is affiliate to, reckon with, accustomed to, remind of, debar from, inconsistent with, bribe with, boast of, defective in, live for, you demonstrate against, be sympathetic to, deter you from or with, you are being grateful for. You must deduce from, sympathy for. We have sympathy for certain people, certain things. Despair of, grateful to some people. Bound for, originate from, evolve from. So these are two words that are all captured under the topic complex preposition. So on a quick note, we have these simple questions for you. Underline the preposition in each sentence. In course of time, we'll be looking at how to form good and meaningful sentences with each of these ones. We're going to be giving you the number within which you need to select and then use them in wonderful sentences of your own choice. However, with what we have just done, I would want you to copy and underline the preposition in each sentence. So first of all, we need to be able to pinpoint or identify the preposition in each sentence, be it complex or ordinary preposition. So we have the first segment, which is 1 to 6, and then the second one goes from 7 to 12. So the first question is, I have got only 50 Ghana pesos in my pocket. I have got only 50 Ghana pesos in my pocket. So yours is to select the preposition or you underline it. But before you be able to do that, you need to identify. If you are confused, refer back to the explanations or the notes we have just captured, and then you come back to the questions. Number 2, come on Monday and have your salary. 3, she carried the baby on her neck. Number 4, this road leads to the station. 5, there was a storm during the night. 6, we drove to the hill and climbed its top. Go over the bridge and come back. 8, the tree stands opposite the heart. Number 9, the gateman is standing at the gate. Number 10, there are hotels all over the beach. Number 11, the cat is sitting under the chair. Number 12, the soldiers drove out of the hill. So I believe that as we home, we'll be able to find time to go over this exercise, and per the wisdom we have captured based on the explanations given, we'll be able to answer the questions easily. Yours is to go over each sentence or question, Identify the preposition in it, be it ordinary or complex, and then just underline it and send it back to me. On this note, I'm saying be good, stay safe, protect yourself, and then continue learning. Have a nice day.